let's see, what else is there to play? I got Mario Galaxy, I mean, Mass Effect's kinda cool, I mean, yeah, you know. Brothers 2, I haven't played that in a while. Hey, what's this? There's a Doom movie? Yeah, I don't think so.
This movie starts off incredibly strong, giving us a look at the chaos being unleashed at the UAC base on Mars. This is a really awesome introduction. It nails the vibe of both Doom 3 and the classics. It has the dark, spooky tone of Doom 3, and the music you would find in the older games. By the way, this guy's name is Dr. Carmack, a subtle homage to the lead programmer of Doom 1 and 2, John Carmack. And hey, I think the Doom guy is Dwayne Johnson in this movie. By the looks of things, this is going to be one hell of a ride. Is that a good or bad thing? I'm not sure. This guy in the beginning is way too involved in his little tire electronic game.
Oh, you trying to get nasty now, huh? Oh, you dead. So, oh, alright. You gonna bring your boys? You gonna bring your boys?
If only everybody else could feel the same way. Wherever these guys are, they sure aren't making good use of their rations. These other guys are playing baseball with oranges? Okay. I sure hope they didn't pick these guys to go up against this.
Whoa, man. I don't believe this shit.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So it goes kinda like this. All the Marines are sent off in a chopper to this underground base to use this teleporter called the Ark, so they can get to the UAC base in distress on Mars, codenamed Olduvai. When they get to Mars, we're introduced to Pinky, the doctor who guides and monitors the team while they explore the base. Also, he don't have his legs. Okay, I just need to address this right. I really want to give Blondie here the benefit of the doubt, but he acts just as creepy as he looks. I mean, just look at this guy.
Ladies, we're under a level 5 quarantine, so I am just gonna have to strip search you girls.
I don't think so.
Hold that thought. We're under a level 5 quarantine, so I am just gonna have to...
I think you get the point. So the team of soldiers finally go to investigate, but there's no demons, not even people. They find some monkeys, some dogs, sure. They almost find some people, but no demons. They forget that the sole purpose of all the Doom games is to shoot things. Some of the Marines come across a weapons development section of the lab, full of awesome guns. So bad they decide it's a good idea to take none of them. Well, they did find plans for the classic Doom gun, the BFG. You know, the Bio-Force gun. Yeah, BFG, more like BFPG. So the squad of Marines finally find something to shoot, or at least hunt down. They find Dr. Carmack and try to communicate with him, and he responds by tearing his own ear off? Yeah. The movie's excuse for this is that
He's so freaked, huh? He tears off his own ear?
because that's totally something I do when I'm scared. So after Pedophile Haircut gives some guy some drugs, another guy cuts himself for no reason, and some possessed naked girl gets pumped full of lead, and this happens.
It's inside.
They find a zombie scientist eating all the animals. You know what they say? A mouse a day keeps the doctor away. Dr. Grimm discovers that the blood of anybody who gets possessed turns all goopy and chunky. Not really much explanation is offered for this, it just is. The Marines chase another scientist into the sewer, and after a really overly dramatic searching scene that runs on way longer than it needs to, they finally find a demon to shoot. 40 minutes into this movie, and we finally get to see a monster. They kill it and bring it back to the lab. Good idea? Duke and Dr. Grimm have some quality, bonding time while dissecting the demon. I never thought science class could have so much sexual tension.
You know, Duke, I bet secretly you have a big heart.
Oh, yeah? And that's not the only secret big thing I do.
So go figure, the team of Marines is hunting down another demon. Their main objective is that it can't get past the door where Pinky is, because that's also the Ark transportation room, so the demon could just walk straight up to the Ark and go straight back to Earth, and that would not be great. Also, one weird thing the movie does is they keep mentioning some sort of, like, tragic backstory that Reaper had, and they keep mentioning it really vaguely, but they never actually say what happened, like, in the entire movie. So, I don't know why they would even add it in. And after that, The Rock finds the BFG, and it's not some bio force gun, it's the
fucking gun.
One major thing that happens is Dr. Grimm finds out that all the demons aren't actually demons at all. They're missing scientists mutated into monsters. Which is cool, I guess. Greasy McCreeper Smile finally gets what's coming to him, too. And of course, one of the demons breaches the Ark and travels back to Earth. The team travels back to the Ark facility to track down the demon. They find tons of dead and undead UAC staff and shoot them either way. Totally raw. And you know, there's a little bit of mutiny thrown in there too, a little bit of space madness going on, you know, just some of that tossed in there. Just tossed.
Holy shit!
After the team gets slowly taken out one by one by the forces of hell, Dr. Grimm injects the last wounded remaining soldier, which just happens to be Reaper, with a chemical that could either save him or turn him into a mindless demon. Everything goes black, and we finally get the scene we bought the movie for. Or went to theaters to see. Oh god, please tell me you didn't go to theaters to see this. Like, did you really pay full admission price to see this movie? What were... Oh my god! Pinky's a Pinky! Throughout this whole first-person scene, I could swear I've heard the music before. It turns out that the music from this scene is the music used in Brutal Doom, one of the best Doom 1 and 2 mods ever. Totally killer. This movie ends as if it's setting itself up for a sequel. The Rock comes back infected, and the last Marine, Reaper, sends him back to Mars with a grenade. The final scene is Reaper and Dr. Grimm heading to the Earth's surface, as Reaper says,
Almost home.
remember that whole Hell on Earth thing? If this story is anything like the original Doom storyline, he might be in for a bit of a surprise. Doom Uncut is all in all a movie that is completely self-aware of what it is. It took a game franchise originally famous for the lack of story and did what it could in 2 hours of runtime. But that is part of the reason this movie probably didn't achieve higher ratings. There was way too much suspense and a lack of action, and that's just not what people expect when they're seeing a movie about a game known for being fast and brutal. It was entertaining to watch, despite some scenes dragging on way too long. But then again, this is the uncut version, so I'm honestly not sure if the version shown in theaters fixed that, or possibly made it worse. It has some kick-ass music too. I mean, like, I guess it wasn't that bad of a movie considering, like, how I got it, especially because I literally paid for this movie with pocket change. But if I went to theaters, and I paid, like, like, 20 plus bucks to see this movie and went out, I would have a much different opinion than what I had watching the stupid $3 version. If I had to rate this movie from 1 to 10, I think I'd give it, like, a 6.5. Like, it wasn't excellent. Like, this movie definitely was not, like, the second coming of Christ to me. But it wasn't even, like, it wasn't even good. But, you know, it wasn't horrible. Like, I did not want to, like, jump off a bridge while watching this movie. But, you know, only a little bit. But honestly, if you want to see a movie that does what this movie does a million times better, just go watch Aliens. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Any support is super appreciated. And subscribe to Kaiju64 so I can spend my time watching the weird movies so you don't have to. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I kinda gotta pee, but that's okay.